Hey guys, Heathway here and welcome back to yet another episode of my FIFA 19 market update series. Today, a lot's going to be going down. We're going to look at the market as always and see exactly what's happening, and a lot has changed since the last episode. Again, prices are just still going down and down and down, and it's only been a day since the last video and we've seen substantial changes in prices with some of the biggest players on the game with no announcement from EA. Nothing's changed from EA's point of view. We're still just as kind of in the know about Team of the Season as we were a couple of days ago, but prices have still dropped down a lot. So I'm still thinking Team of the Season is going to be coming either this Friday or next Friday, and given that we still haven't had any information from EA, and today's Wednesday when you sometimes get new stuff released by EA, we haven't got any information about the voting for the most consistent Team of the Season, and unless there just isn't a Team of the Season most consistent or it's not voted for, I think it's probably going to be coming in a week and a half's time now, Team of the Season. So it's still quite some time away, as is most likely that announcement from EA, that first loading screen, which is what will really trigger a massive market crash. Right now, it's just kind of the pre-crash and people are panicking and players are dropping in price, but that's nothing compared to what will happen when we have that first loading screen on Ultimate Team from EA. But Ronaldo's down at 950k. He was about 980 last time, so he's dropped by around about 30 or 40,000 coins in the space of a day with no information released from EA. So, I mean, you guys, it's obvious here. I had people saying on some of my last videos, there's no way Ronaldo's going below like 800k with Team of the Season. Mate, look at the prices here. I had a few comments with people saying that wouldn't happen and that I didn't know what I'm talking about. Just look what's happening now. Ronaldo's dropping by like 20 or 30k a day with nothing from EA. As soon as we have anything released, not even Team of the Season itself, but when that initial loading screen is first put out by EA and information about Team of the Season comes to the surface, Ronaldo's going to go under like probably 850, 800k depending when Team of the Season is. And when the promo itself drops, I mean, he's going to be down at like 600k. It's crazy. Messi's also very cheap. I mean, you guys can see all these players. It's the cheapest point they've been throughout the entirety of this FIFA, and it's the same with all these players. If you've been watching the series, you'll have seen that in the first episode, which was about 4 or 5 days ago, Neymar was like, what, 240, 250? He's now down at like 220. Ramos was over 100k in the first episode. He was about 90k last time. Now he's at about 80k. If you guys watch each episode of this series, you'll gradually see what's happening on the market, and I take you guys through it and explain exactly what's happening, why it's happening, and what you guys need to do to make coins or to profit in certain areas, or kind of cut your losses in some cases too, because right now with the market dropping, I keep saying in each video, if you guys are still holding on to players that you're not using, you need to sell them. Even if you have big name players like Ronaldo that you are using, try your best to get rid of them, get the coins you can for them, and then you can buy them back at a much, much better price during Team of the Season. Just use untradables and cheap cards in the meantime, and it'll be good. But look at this. Alexandro's like 20,000 coins. Rafael Varane, this is crazy how cheap he is. He was about 40k first episode, then about 35k last time, and now he's down at what, like 32, 33k. For a player of his caliber, he used to be like 200k. Those stats are crazy, crazy good. And he is so cheap now. It is honestly insane. Like, all the meta gold cards, they're all so cheap, and they're only getting cheaper. So if you guys are still holding on to any players like this, get rid of them. You'll be selling them for a low price compared to what you bought them for, but they're just going to get cheaper. There's no way these cards are going to rise in price. Tomorrow's a great time. Thursday is going to be ideal, and it's your last kind of selling window for these cards. If you want to get a good amount of coins for them, people are going to be buying players they may need for Weekend League tomorrow. So if you sell these cards in the afternoon, don't sell them right early in the morning, because that's when people are opening their rewards and players drop a little bit in value. But shortly afterwards, kind of like mid-morning into the afternoon at UK time anyway, people have their coins from Rivals and Champs rewards, and that's when they go and buy players. So if anyone, for example, hasn't bought, like, I think everyone will have someone like Varane at this stage, but maybe some of the higher end players like Ronaldo, for example, if someone doesn't already have a player like Ronaldo, they may go and buy them, and it's going to make their prices rise just a little bit for a few hours on Thursday, and then they're going to drop down again. Especially with Weekend League sell-off, these cards will crash even harder on Sunday and Monday. So if you've got any now, make sure you get rid of them. Looking at the icons, they're also dropping so much. Look at that, Jesus Christ. George Best, we've got 3 just over 1.6 million. He was 1.9 last time we checked in the last video. He's dropped by about 250k in about 2 days, which is crazy. That is a prime moments card for arguably the best right winger on the game, apart from Messi with his 99 rated card. That is insane. Let's look at Prime Cruyff. He's like 1.7. He's kind of the same as what he was at last time. I don't know why Best is so cheap. A lot of the Prime Moments cards have got a lot more common on the market. It says EVA may be putting a few on the market. Let's just see actually. With Best, how many of these are first owner? Let's see. So that's first owner, no games played for that one there. This one that's had a few games played. And this one here, that one's had a few games played. So yeah, it turns out they're not all kind of like, they're not all fresh, because there were a load of R9 Ronaldos suddenly put on the market. They put like 5 on with no games played earlier on today, which is a bit weird. Now, wow. Look at this. Stoichkov is down at 420k. He was 480 in the first episode of this series, and he is an insane card. I mean, he's a left winger with 90 pace, 90 dribbling, 90 shooting, 84 physical, and 87 passing. I've used this guy. He's one of the best players I've used this year. And he's down at 420k. That is so cheap. He's a 90 rated icon. That's insane. And then looking at the baby icons, I mean, they're just so low. 360k for Rio Ferdinand, one of the best baby icons, a very good centre back. And then if you look at the bad low tier baby icons, I mean, these ones here are like just over 300k, but if you look, you'll find that some of these cards are just like insanely cheap. I think the going price for baby icons is because we had the SBC from, not the SBC, the pack from Foot Swaps giving these types of players out. You'll see some of these cards, look, 280k for example for Gattuso. These cards are so cheap, it is honestly crazy. And then moving on to the special cards, Champions League cards are down substantially. Look at this. Courtois was 140 in the last episode, like 160 before that. Look at this. There's one for 114k. This is for one of the best keepers on the game. Courtois is very popular. He doesn't have any special cards apart from this one, and it's 114k. That is about 30k cheaper than the last episode, which was just a day ago. And we had Champions League upgrade SBC today, and we had the marquee matchups giving out blue cards yesterday. So that's why all those blues dropped down substantially in price. The team of the knockout stages and team of the group stages, they're still dropping down. They're going down by a little bit, as are all of these subs of cards, like Ampadu's gone down by a bit. You're going to see basically every card I'm showing you guys here has dropped by about 5% since the last video, and that's a trend you'll see. I mean, actually here, Kimpembe's probably gone down by about 15%. He's gone down by like 20k or so. So you're going to see the players here, pretty much all of them, in the space of 2 days. I think that's when the last video went out in this series. These players have dropped by, on average, about 10%, and that's a cycle you see. Basically, every day players are dropping by 5 or 10%, and in some cases, for those higher end players, that is tens of thousands of coins. And if you guys are still sat on those players, you need to get rid of them. Honestly, you do. I know it can be tough selling players for a loss, but you just have to cut your losses sometimes, because if you hold on to them, they're going to be worth a lot less in just a couple of days' time, and you need to go into Team of the Season liquid. This is something I repeat in all these videos. Make sure during the Team of the Season promo, or in the build-up to it, which is where we're at now, you're liquid, and that means having the majority of your club in the form of coins. You don't want your equity to be made up of players, you want it to be made up of coins, unless you're doing the League SBC grind, in which case you'll have non-red golds and like bronzes and silvers and everything, but you don't want to be selling any high-end golds or any high-end special cards that are tradable. Get rid of them. Once the watches are down, I mean, all these cards are down. Discard price informs, they're down. You're going to see during Team of the Season, the only cards that kind of retain their value are going to be discard price informs in a lot of cases, and the SBC fodder cards, so like 86s, 87s, 88s. They're going to have good value because a lot of people will start doing icon SBCs during Team of the Season, I think, because there's going to be so much put onto the market with people opening packs. And they're going to get more coins from opening packs, because a lot of people who open packs do so with FIFA points. They get more coins. If they don't get blue cards, they'll often go ahead and do icon SBCs. And we're also probably going to get a lot of Team of the Season SBCs. So I think all those SBC fodder type cards will rise in price. If we have like a guaranteed Premier League Team of the Season SBC that has like an 85 or 86 rating, everyone's going to go and buy those types of cards. So they're the only things that I think will keep their value. Everything else is going to drop. Kante is down by like 50k, even more maybe since the last video. R-Tours, downloads, and it's the same with all the good Future Stars cards. I say this in most of these videos, it's because the good Future Stars cards that people use, like R-Tour, like Alexander Arnold for example, like De Jong, like De Ligt, they're all going to get blue cards that will be better. Headliners are down too, because almost all the headliners will get blue cards, and those blues will be better than the headliners. Man of the matches are down because they're fairly irrelevant now. Like, they're not as kind of new. They used to have the novelty factor of being a new card design and looking really cool, but I mean, people are past that now. And then the popular informs are also down. Mbappe's dropped under the 700k mark for the first time, and it's because the good informs that people use are good players in real life. They've got those informs from being good in real life. That means they're probably going to get blue cards, and the people that have those cards are selling them in anticipation for that blue coming out so they can upgrade to it. It's fairly simple. So special cards are all dropping, icons are all dropping, and you've guessed it, the meta gold cards are all dropping. Everyone is dropping right now, and if you guys have any of these types of cards, you need to get rid of them sooner rather than later. As I keep saying in these videos, Team of the Season should be on a Friday. That's when promos like that come out. And with no information from EA so far, it's looking likely that it's going to be in around a week and a half's time. So we've still got so much more to wait for on the market. If you're looking to buy players, hold off on doing so until Team of the Season actually starts. What we're going to see is this kind of 5 to 10% price dip on players each day. Obviously they're not going to keep on dropping down like that for like 7 days or so, because they'd literally be going in some cases for, like Ronaldo would be like 100k or so, but it depends on the players, but on average that's kind of what you'd expect. Players dropping by a couple of thousand coins to tens of thousands of coins per day depending on their prices, until we have an announcement from EA. Whenever we have like a loading screen maybe on Ultimate Team, or EA release information in any way about Team of the Season, there's going to be a big price dip, and then it's gonna kind of like gradually even out a bit, and that same kind of trend of just a couple of thousand coins lost in price on players each day is going to go on until Team of the Season actually starts, and that's when the market is just going to bottom out and people are just going to completely crash in value. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below in the comments any questions that you guys have got, and I'll try my best to answer them in the next video, which should be out in a day or two's time. I'm doing lots of these videos because I have a lot of questions from you guys about Team of the Season, and this is a good way of answering them. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.